4th of July. So we'll climb a ladder, lifting one hand up, then the other, lifting that rib cage off the hips. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale out and down. And just forward fold. Let the hands relax down anywhere in front. Knees can be soft. The arms sway side to side, loosening up any tension in the back. Okay, then draw little circles on the floor with your fingertips. And then reverse the direction, so we go the other way. And come to the center. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly lift up, rolling up one vertebrae at a time.
Just quit. I always do it right here. No.
And over to the side. We'll wiggle the fingers. Maybe rotate the arm. And with each rotation, we'll go a little higher towards the sky. And hands come together. Down heart center. I'm not sure why we lost you guys for a minute. Sorry about that. Take a big breath in. And exhale it down, pushing all the toxins out. Another big breath in. And exhale. And then we'll slowly lift straight back up. And lean over to the right. Crescent moon. Left heel pushes in the mat, left hip pushes out. And then we lower down the right arm. Left palm turns up. We pull back and we look up to see the sun. Breathing in. And exhaling out. And place one hand on the head. The other one wiggles the fingers low. And you can rotate the arm, turning the palm up and down a couple times. Slowly lifting. And then reach to the sky, lifting the roof off the building. Big breath in. Exhaling out. Hands come out and down. And we're actually going to roll the shoulders back and down. Stand hip distance apart. Grab water if you need, because we're going to move on. We're going to bring left leg straight back behind you, heel lifting up and down a couple times. And we'll lift forward. Standing in our warrior one, breathing in. And from here, we're actually going to forward fold, lowering down. So it would look like a bowing warrior, but we're actually going to bring the fingers to the floor, but you can walk your hands down the knee. And we're going to step back to a downward dog. Hips lifting up and back. Now we'll walk the dog, bend one knee, then the other, alternate the feet. And we'll hold here, shifting all the weight to the right foot. Left leg extends up and back. Now it can be anywhere behind you. It might just be a little bit off the floor, just tapping that toe. Your leg can be all the way up to the sky. Left knee can even be bent. We'll take one last deep breath in here. Lower the foot down. Bring the knee into the chest. So that left knee comes into the chest, left foot touches the floor, coming close to the hands. And then we start shifting your weight back, walking your hands up the leg. Shoulders are going to roll back and down. You're in a warrior one on the other side. Hands lifting up. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Nice deep breath in here. We're going to do that all over again for the other side. As the hands forward fold, it's that bowing warrior. You can have your hands on the knee at any point. So we walk the fingertips to the floor and we shift both legs back. You can walk the dog here. And then the weight goes onto the left foot. Right toe taps behind you. Lifting up and down a couple times. Lift it all the way up. Or just have it slightly off the floor. We'll take one last big breath in. Bring the leg down. Right knee into the chest. And we'll place your foot close to that front right hand. And when you're ready, walk the hands up the legs. Nice and slow. Adjust the foot as we lift your hands towards the sky, back in that warrior one. Hands will come together and down heart center. Looking over your right shoulder, turning the head, adding that little spinal twist, breathing in, exhaling out. And we'll look back forward, untwisting. Hands lift to the sky and down to the front knee. We rock back and forth and walk forward, stepping in place. One more warrior one, and that twisted warrior will bring the right leg back. Heel lifting up and down, hands coming towards the sky. Shoulders relaxing. We'll bring the hands close, down heart center. Look over the left shoulder and then add the little spinal twist. Now the right leg wants to bend. Try to keep the leg straight. If it won't stay straight, just untwist a little bit. We'll slowly look back forward and untwist. And then place your hands on that front knee, rock back and forth. We're actually gonna open up to the side of the room, turning your toes out just a little bit. And we'll bend and straighten the knee. And we're gonna go right into what we call the tree frog. Inhale, lifting up. And then hands come out. So it's a little bit of a wide angle squat, a sumo squat, plie squat. But we have the elbows that pull back. We're stretching the palms of the hand. This is tree frog. Holding on. Now, some people lift one heel or both heels. You can have the heels off or the feet down. We are feeling like we're opening the hips and we're stretching the inner thigh on both sides. Our tree frog. We'll take one last big breath in and slowly lift. Release the hands out and down. Turn one toe forward, then the other. Push the hips back in our wide angle forward fold. Just relaxing here, shaking your head yes. Shaking your head nose. We melt to the front. Hands can be anywhere it's comfortable. The legs, the feet, the floor. You can even reach through the legs. Shaking the head no. Loosening up the neck. And then we'll shake the head yes again. When you're ready, walk your hands up the legs, coming to a standing position. Shoulders rolling back and down. And we'll turn the left toe all the way out. Bend and straighten the left knee. And we'll lift up halfway. Shoulders relax down. We turn our head looking over the left shoulder, breathing in. Exhaling out. We'll turn left palm up, right hand drops down, reversing our warrior two. Now we're thinking of stretching from the hip up through the fingertips. So your hand can be anywhere at the top. You can also bend the elbow, bring the elbow back. The hand can be somewhere in between. As long as you're feeling that lifting of the rib cage. We'll take one last deep breath in here. And exhale down halfway, straighten the front left knee and push the fingertips to the left, slowly windmill down. Fingertip touches the floor or touches the leg anywhere towards the floor. And you can look down at the floor, to the side of the room, or up to the sky. Right hand can be high. It might be on the hip, might be on the heart. Even reaching over the head, stretching. We're trying to lengthen around the hip, maybe up the waistline. One last deep breath in. And we'll walk the left fingertips up, bend and straighten the knee. Turn both toes forward and walk the feet in nice and slow. Have that penguin pose, just readjusting the feet, the legs, getting any tension off the ankles. And we'll turn the right toe out. Bend and straighten the right knee. And we'll place the hand on the knee, maybe bring it back so you can see that big toe on the inside. Lifting up halfway, shoulders relax down. And we turn your head, looking over the shoulder, breathing in. And exhaling out. Big toe, baby toe, heel pushing into the mat. A strong warrior two. We'll turn right palm up, left hand drops. Wiggling the fingers at the top if you would like, rotating the arm, keeping the arm straight or bent or anywhere in between. So we feel that stretch from the hip up through the fingertip, the top. One last deep breath in. We'll lower down halfway, lift the back arm up. And straighten the right knee, push right fingertips to the back wall. And slowly windmill down. Think of pushing that left hip all the way over. Left hand can be high, or it might be on the hip, might be on the heart, over the head. Wherever it feels comfortable for your body today, listening to what your body needs. We'll take one last big breath in and slowly walk up. Right hand, hands come down, turn your toes forward. Walking the feet in our penguin pose, wiggling the fingers, the toes, rocking side to side, and then returning to the front. Getting any tension off the ankles that you might have. And we're going to go into our pose of the month, which is starts with an F, our flamingo pose. Going to come down heart center, but you're welcome to just sit in a chair and read about the flamingos today if you would like. Belly button pulls in, hips push back to sit in our chair. You can have that book forward and just relax right here, or add on if you would like. Closing the hands back to that prayer pose, and we'll drop. Left elbow down. It may or may not touch the knee, so you can create tension with that elbow, or you can put your hand on the leg or open the arms out wide. And that may be all you need here in a twisted chair, or you can lift one foot off of the ground near flamingo. It might be the same foot that has the arm touching the leg. It might be the other foot. Might try one or the other and see which one feels better. And we'll slowly lower the foot down, come back to heart center with the hands, that prayer pose. And we'll place our book on our lap, slowly rolling up, shoulders rolling back and down. Shake your head yes. We'll do that all over again, sitting in our chair. Readjusting, hands coming down, heart center. Belly button pulling in, hips pushing back. Now you can read your book in front if you would like, or drop down. The right elbow, you can create tension with the arm and the leg. Hand can be on the hip or the knee. You can lift one leg off the ground if you would like. Or twisted chair, or a flamingo on one leg. We'll take one last deep breath in. And we'll lower the foot down, bring the hands back to the center. Place your hands on the lap and roll up, one vertebrae at a time, shoulders roll back and down. Shaking the head yes. Readjust the feet. We're going to say goodbye to the sun as the hands lift up. Think of lifting kind of the roof off of the building, stretching the heel of the hand, fingertips coming back, lengthening down the arms. Breathing, exhaling. Hands will come out and down towards the ground. Trace the fingertips down. You can hold here with the hands on the back of the legs. You might sway side to side in the ragdoll, or some people fold their arms in front. Just using gravity and the weight, the upper torso. Stretch the body down. We'll slowly let the hands fall towards the sky or towards the floor. And we'll step back with one foot, then the other. Now it's going to be all fours, whatever that looks like for you. That might be the downward dog. It might be the puppy dog on the knee. It might be the dolphin on the elbows and the feet. And then slowly let the knees touch the floor. Shift your weight back to a child's pose. Breathing in Exhaling out. Then we'll lift back up to all fours. We're going to go in a clockwise pattern, leaning forward to the 12. Push the hips over to the number 3, the 6 and the 9, nice circular motion, loosening up the back. And then when you're ready, hold at the 12 and push your hips over to the number 3. So you're feeling that stretch come around the outside of the body, stretching from the knee to the hip. Now you can be on your hands, you can be on your elbows, you can be on one of each, whatever feels comfortable as we're pushing the hips over to the side. Let's lean forward to the 12. Go counterclockwise, nice circular motion, going all the way around. And then we'll come back forward to the 12 and push the hips over to the number 9. So anywhere out to the side. Breathing in. Exhaling out. You can be on your hands, your elbows, each, whatever feels best today. And let's slowly come back forward, laying down on the front of the mat. We're going to extend out the right arm, support with the left hand, adjust the rib cage so the shoulder comes down, lift up the chin, and rest the ear on the mat. If you would like, stack the hips. That left hip on top of the right hip, you might find that left foot falls behind. And the left hand can be out to the side. It might be on the hip, might be anywhere it feels comfortable to support the body. Remember, if this spinal twist bothers you at all, please roll back onto your stomach. There should not be any pain in yoga, so if it hurts, back off, don't do it. Just wait till the next pose. And we'll roll back onto your stomach, changing sides. That left arm extends, support with the right hand. Drop the shoulder down, lift up the chin, and rest the ear on the mat. Stack the hips if you would like. Right hip on top of the left hip. Right foot falling behind, breathing in. And exhaling out. And then we'll roll back onto your stomach, both arms extending. Take a big breath in. Shoulders back and down. Hands lift up off the mat. Toes can be off the mat if you'd like, or they can be down. We breathe in through the nose. Exhale out. We're going to bring your hands forward, add a little swimming motion, alternate the hands and the feet. And then we'll lower the hands down, drag the elbows into our feet. Shoulders roll back and down. We look forward. We'll loosen up the neck if you'd like. Now we'll use this as the base pose for our bow and arrow, bending your right leg first, pushing that right hip into the mat. And that may be all the stretch you need, feeling the length from the knee to the hip as the hip pushes down. But you can reach back, holding onto the foot, the sock, the pant leg. It might be with the same hand. It can be the opposite hand. It can be both hands, both feet. Your head can be high or low. You might push away, creating tension with the hand and the foot, lengthening out. So just whatever feels best as we lengthen the front of the body. We'll take one last big breath in here. We'll slowly bend and straighten, relieving any tension. And then we'll change sides. So we push that left hip down into the mat. And if you'd like, reach back, hold on to the foot, the sock, the pant leg. It could be the same hand, opposite hand, no hand, both hands. Head can be high or low, just adjusting for your body today. One last big breath in. Bend and straighten the knee. And we'll bend both legs. Let the legs sway side to side, loosening up any tension. And then the legs, relax back down. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift up to all fours. We're going to take the legs a little bit wider in what we call wide angle child's pose. As the hips push back, the head drops. Hands can be forward, or you can turn it into a frog. Bring elbows out, spreading the fingertips wide. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We'll lift up. Bring the knees in and arch the back to a cat pose, rounding the spine. Get a cat that's scared or upset. And then we'll look forward to the cow. Shoulders pushed back like you're going into your back pockets. Bottom lip over the top lip, stretching the jawline. Exhale to the cat, tucking under. Inhale to the cow, extending, pushing the hips to the back wall. Exhale to the cat, belly button pulls in towards the spine. Inhale to the cow. One more cat. Inhale to the cow. And then we'll come to a nice flat back. We're going to come on to the elbows. Hands will come together in a prayer pose. We're going to shift the weight back. We're going to walk the elbows forward and then bring that prayer behind the head. As the weight shifts back, you almost drag your elbows along the floor to feel that little extra stretch underneath the arm. Then we'll bring your hands down. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, lifting up. And we'll hold, leaning to the side, and bring your feet around to the front, shaking out any tension that you might have. And point and flex the feet. And then we'll bend the left knee. We'll cross the foot over. Right hand comes forward, left hand behind your back, turning the torso, the shoulders, the neck. That spinal twist sitting down. Slowly come forward, place one hand on the knee, one hand on the foot, anywhere it feels comfortable. So we cradle the baby and rock it side to side. So we're just kind of loosening up the hip. Now you can have your arms in close, cradle the baby and rock it side to side. Or you can even have that front foot and rest the arms down. It's kind of adjusting where you need today. Helps to loosen up or stretch out the piriformis, which is a horizontal muscle across the hip. And then we'll let this foot extend forward. Place the foot on the floor. If this ever bothers your knee, you can have both legs extended. We're going to rock side to side and walk your hands forward. Take a big breath in. And exhale, walk both hands over to the straight leg, point and flex the foot. And we'll hold. And keeping the left hand forward, right hand comes back behind you, and we look to the back wall, turning the torso, the shoulders, the neck, that spinal twist sitting down. And we'll walk the hands all the way to the front and around to the other side. Now we're going to place left hand on the floor, right hand or right foot comes back. We're going to go into the pigeon today, so you can lengthen the leg out long, push the hip forward. Now, if it's more comfortable to have the knee bent, that's okay. You might be feeling the stretch on the front of the hip already. You can have that right hand just sit on the right hip, or it can come to the left foot, the left knee, or in front of the knee. You might even choose to rock side to side. It's called rocking the pigeon to sleep. You can roll on top of the knees. So as you rock back and forth, your head might come down in that sleeping pigeon. Or you might choose to have a king pigeon up high. You might be on the knee, you might be on the hip. We stretch the front of the hip on one side and the outside of the hip, the back on the other. One last big breath in, and we'll rock side to side, loosening up. And we'll lean over to the left side, bring the right leg around to the front. Shake out any tension you might have on the knee. And we'll change to the other side, bending the right knee, crossing the foot over if you'd like. The left hand comes forward, right hand behind your back. That spinal twist sitting down. Breathing in and exhale. Sorry, Felicity, I didn't realize that you did the other side earlier. But you got it. Then we'll come back forward to cradle the baby and rock it side to side. I know it's like, I don't know how I missed it. I'm sorry. Because I know by the time we got here, we were right, but it was somewhere where we twisted earlier. You're okay. And then we'll place this foot on the floor, adjust the hips, and walk your hands forward. Breathing in, exhaling out. Walk both hands to the straight leg. We'll point and flex the foot. Keep your right hand forward, left hand behind your back. Turn the torso, the shoulders, the neck. That spinal twist sitting down. Now reverse triangle. Walk both hands forward, over to the right side. You can be on your hand or your elbow, but the left leg is back behind you. And stretch out the leg, hip pushes forward. Feel that length come up the front of the leg. Breathing in, and exhaling out. Head can be high or low. You can rock the pigeon. Pigeon could be sleeping in front. It could be a king pigeon up tall. One last big breath in. We'll rock side to side. Let's bring that back foot around to the front. Shake out any tension that you might have. We'll point and flex the feet. And then roll the shoulders back and down. Loosen up the neck. And from here, we're actually going to bring the left foot in, and then bring the right foot in front. So they're just going to kind of stack in front of each other. Some people do this when they're stacked on top, but we're stacking in front or on top if you would like. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down, and then keeping your hands low, think of walking the palm of the hands forward. So the shoulders drop. And we're going to think of bringing the belly button down towards the feet, melting to the front. And rock side to side, lift up one hip, lift up the other, and start feeling the stretch come around the hip. Breathing in, exhaling out. And then slowly walk your hands back. And we're actually going to change which foot is in front. Now it can be stacked on top or it can be right in front. I have one in front of the other. Adjust your hips. Roll the shoulders down. So it's almost like your elbows are pushing towards the ground. And then you walk your hands forward. So we're just trying to keep that neck long and the shoulders drop as we walk forward with the hands. So almost like you're bringing your elbows towards the ground, towards the feet. Think of pushing that belly button forward towards the ankle. If you need to, rock side to side, readjust the hips. So you really start to open and stretch. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, it's almost like the belly button pulls in and the hips push back a little bit more. And then we'll slowly walk your hands back towards the feet, sitting up tall, and lengthen the legs out. Shake out any tension that you have. Did you feel the hips opening? I hope. Kind of changes them slightly. And we'll bend the knees and we'll roll like a ball onto your back, leaning to the side. And you can roll back and forth, rolling like a ball if you'd like. Whatever feels best to come onto your back. We'll place both hands on the knees and draw a little circular motion. And then reverse the direction so you go the other way. Place the feet on the floor, lift the hips up off the mat. Push the toes and heels down into the ground, creating that bridge or the straight line from the knees to the shoulders. Dig the toes into the mat. Push the heels into the mat. And we're going to lift the heels up off of the ground. Hold, taking a deep breath in. Think of the shoulders, and then we'll exhale, rolling down from the shoulders till the tailbone's the last thing to touch the floor. The knees will sway side to side, loosening up any tension in the legs. And then both knees fall over to the left side and we'll fold. You can even place the left foot on top of the right knee. But if that bothers you, keep both feet on the floor. Now we're going to think of taking that right hip, pushing it towards the sky, tightening the glute, and then relax, letting it fall back down, stretching it out a little bit more from the knee to the shoulder across the hip. And we'll take the foot off the top, let the knees sway side to side. Both legs fall over to the right. You can place the right foot on top of the left knee if you choose, or keep it on the floor. We are going to push that left hip up towards the sky, tightening the glute, feeling that length from the knee to the shoulders. Breathing in, exhaling out. And we'll slowly take the foot off the top if it's there, and let the knees sway side to side. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze, a gentle hug. We're gonna rock side to side and open your arms like a letter T at the top of the mat. Let both legs fall to the left as we look to the right. And you can extend out one leg or both legs, whatever feels comfortable for your body today. And let's bring the knees back to the center, rock side to side. Both legs fall to the right. As we look to the left, you have the legs straight or crossed or whatever feels best. Then we'll bring the knees back to the center. And lengthen the legs towards the sky. We're going to add on the number 4 stretch, which means our right foot is going to come on top of the left foot. Now you might slide the foot down. It's anywhere crossing at the ankles, or it can come down to create a little bit bigger of the number 4 foot on the knee. That's wherever it feels comfortable. We're going to place your hands on the back of the legs. Rock side to side, readjust the spine so the natural curve of the back sits flat on the floor. And then as the legs come in towards the chest, you start to feel a little bit more of a stretch on the back of the leg, maybe inside the hip. Piriformis, cross the hip. Now, some people even take the right hand through the space between the right knee and the left knee. It's just a little yoga bind, or the hands can stay behind the legs. Legs can be crossed at the ankle or at the knee. Our number 4 stretch today. One last deep breath in. And we're going to slide the feet up, uncross the ankles, and change the left foot is on top of the right foot. Place your hands on the back of the legs if they're not already there. Bring the legs closer to the chest and then rock side to side so we flatten out the back of the spine. And then we'll hold, bringing the legs a little closer. It might be crossed at the ankles, or the foot might slide down towards the knee. Even have that left hand come between the left and the right. Whatever feels best for your body today. In our number 4 stretch. I'll take a big breath in and lengthen the legs towards the sky. Uncross the legs. Bring the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Loosen up any tension you might have. And then we'll open our arms like the letter T at the top of the mat. Lengthen the legs back to the sky. So we prepare for a joyful, happy baby. You can have your hands anywhere that it feels comfortable, but the legs fall to the sides. Knees can be bent or straight. You can rock the baby from side to side if you choose. We think of lengthening the spine to the front of the room and then kind of creating a bowl with our body, hollowing out the stomach. In our joyful, happy baby, we push the belly button down to the ground, wrap the tailbone around and up to the sky to create that bowl shape. Nice curvature. And then we'll bring the knees back to the center, give the legs a little squeeze, a gentle hug. Lengthen your toes through the front of the room, your fingertips through the back of the room, stretching, growing a little longer, a little taller. And then the hands come down next to the legs, roll the shoulders back and down, flex the feet, make a fist with the hand, and tighten all the muscles in the body, tighten, tighten, squeeze. And then release, feeling the difference of the relaxed body. This is your corpse pose, and the next few minutes is yours for rest and relaxation. So close your eyes, clear your mind, let your body be at peace. Keeping your eyes closed, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll over onto your right side. When you're ready, walk yourself up to an easy sit position. Legs can be crossed or straight or anywhere in between. And we'll draw this little circular motion, loosening up the back, awakening the spine. And then reverse the direction, going the other way. And then we'll come to the center and lift the shoulders to the ears. Push back and down. Big breath in. Exhale out. The hands fall to the sides and inhale up to the sky. And down the heart center, a little pressure with the palms. And then reverse the direction, feeling the stretch on the back of the wrist. We'll shake your head yes. And shake your head no. Shake your head yes again. And inhale, lifting up. Exhale out. Inhale for the body. Exhale. Inhale for the mind. Inhale for the spirit. Bring your hands heart center. And namaste. And thanks for coming today. And I think it was just Donna and her husband maybe on flight. Oh, I know, I can take your blanket. I didn't know if you wanted one or not. Sometimes it gets chilly at the end.
Yeah, it kind of helps the relaxation.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I have a lot of them and we wash them all. And so, yeah, if you like it, I can put your name on one of the bags and we'll put it in the bag. You're welcome. Okay, that's great. Yeah. And it's a fun class. Mondays are a little fuller than Wednesdays. Like Wednesdays is kind of slow like this, but Monday everybody comes out of the woodwork.